When I began this little look through the Psalms, I said that the first book of Psalms, that is Psalms 1 through to Psalm 41, explores the consequences for the just and the unjust. It looks at how we are truly fulfilled as we walk in step with our God, and of the consequences of our unwise choices when we don't. The person who meditates on the teaching of God, prayerfully reading it day and night and then obeying it, is blessed as they anticipate the Messianic King. One day this King would come and establish God's kingdom over the world, defeat evil and rebellion among the nations. Well, as we approach the end of the first book of the Psalms, we have seen how David's poetry has contrasted those who seek to follow the way of God, that is, who meditate on the teaching of God and look for his kingdom, against those who follow their own heart. And this can be seen in our psalm today. Now, just before I read the psalm, I want to explain I've been using the New International Version for these reflections. It is accessible, but it also recites well. Sometimes, though, like most translations, it notes alternative translations where the Hebrew isn't quite certain, and today is a case in point. And I've chosen today to use the variant translation for the first verse, which is consistent with other translations. The main text says, "I have a message from God in my heart concerning the sinfulness of the wicked." Well, you'll notice the difference as I read. Psalm 36 is for the director of music, of David, the servant of the Lord. A message from God. The transgression of the wicked resides in their hearts. There is no fear of God before their eyes. In their own eyes they flatter themselves too much to detect or hate their sin. The words of their mouths are wicked and deceitful. They fail to act wisely or do good. Even on their beds they plot evil. They commit themselves to a sinful course and do not reject what is wrong. Your love, Lord, reaches to the heavens, your faithfulness to the skies. Your righteousness is like the highest mountains, your justice like the great deep. You, Lord, preserve both people and animals. How priceless is your unfailing love, O God. People take refuge in the shadow of your wings. They feast in the abundance of your house. You give them drink from your river of delights. For with you is the fountain of life. In your light we see light. Continue your love to those who know you, your righteousness to the upright in heart. May the foot of the proud not come against me, nor the hand of the wicked drive me away. See how the evildoers lie fallen, thrown down, not able to rise. The beginning of this psalm describes a person determined in his wicked ways. They have no regard for God and determined to follow their own desires. As Jesus tells us, it is what comes out of you that makes you unclean, for from the inside, from your heart, come the evil ideas which lead you to do immoral things. So what is the answer? The psalmist contrasts the wicked person with the character of God, who is loving, faithful, and good, the source of life and light, and all the good that the faithful enjoy. In the Sermon on the Mount, Jesus also said, "The eyes are like the lamp for the body. If your eyes are sound, your whole body will be full of light. But if your eyes are no good, your body will be in darkness. So if the light in you is darkness, how terribly dark it will be." So then, as the Psalms encourage us, as prayerfully we meditate on the teaching of God, and as we seek first the kingdom of God, so then will we dwell in the light and know his blessing. A prayer for today. Christ, our light, as we contemplate your teaching in our hearts, teach us wisdom that we may follow your ways. Be our light in the darkness, that we may live in uprightness all our days. Amen.